Hello, fifth grade. Today we're going to do Tuesday's ERQ question. Jerome is working on a problem where the triangle has a base of 5 centimeters and a height of 2 centimeters. He says the area of the triangle is 10 centimeters squared. Determine if Jerome is correct with his answer. Be sure to explain the steps to find the area of a triangle. So when I look at that, what do you think we need to do for our power word? And I see 2. You should have said we need to determine if Jerome is correct. Did he actually do the problem correctly? And we need to explain. We need to explain the steps to find the triangle. So what do we need to do? Just like I said before, we have to determine if he is correct, and we have to explain the steps to find the triangle. So I have my DWB written out for you. Move this up here. There we go. Yours should look like this as well. In order to do triangles for area, we need to do base times height times half. That sounds pretty fancy. Really what it is base times height divided by 2. So you can do it either way, and I'm going to show you both ways today on how to get your correct answer. So what we need to do is we had a height of 5. We had a base of 5. We had a height of 2. And then it says we would need to multiply that by half. Well, since we left during our fractions unit and are not returning back to school, you might not be very used to multiplying whole numbers by fractions. So what could you do with that half to make it a little bit easier on yourself? You could change it to a decimal. Half is represented as 5/10 or 0.5 as a decimal. Now you can just multiply as usual. So I'm going to start right here. 5 times 2 gives me 10. I'm going to bring down anything I haven't used yet. And when I do 10 times 5/10, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. You are not done yet, though. Why? You have that decimal point. How many times do you need to swoop over? I see 1 time, or 1 number after the decimal point. So in your answer, you also need to swoop over 1 time. That gives you 5. And then we add our unit, which was centimeters. And then when we work with 2D shapes to find area, we put a 2 there, squared. Sort of like when we did volume of the rectangular prisms last week, you put a 3 there, cubed, or 3D. This is centimeters squared, 2. So you can do it that way. That's one option. Another option that I find a little bit easier, and that I think will be a little bit easier for most of my 5th grade friends, is we're going to just divide the base times height by 2. So when I do this, I have 10. 5 times 2 gave me 10. And I'm going to divide it by 2, which gives me 5, or 5 centimeters squared. You can do it either way, whatever works best for you. So you can do it base times height times half, or you can do it base times height divided by 2. Either way works. Then you have to look back. Was he correct? No, he was not. And why was he not correct? You need to explain the steps to finding area. Make sure that you fill everything out in complete sentences, and make sure you show all your work for that ERQ. And then I also have on my YouTube page, Conway's Class 1920. Let's see if it pops up here. Doesn't seem like it's going to pop up. Internet's running pretty slow right now. There we go. It's over here in the class list. I was going to play it for you, but I don't think it's going to play. You're going to do area of a triangle. This guy, Mr. J, he explains stuff really, really well. So if you're still confused on how to find the area,